the company officials become nabobs. So, how did the company officials become nabobs? So, most of the company officials did not succeed in making money like Clive. Many died at an early age. They had an early death in India due to disease and war. Moreover, they were all not corrupt and dishonest. There were some good people also. Many of them, they came from humble backgrounds and their uppermost desire was to earn enough in India and return to Britain and lead a comfortable life. So those who collected wealth in India and returned to Britain, they led very flashy lives in Britain. They used to flaunt their riches. These people, they were called nabobs, an anglicized version of the word nawab. So, the British officials, the company officials, they started to become the nawabs instead. They were often seen as upstarts and social climbers in British society and were ridiculed or made fun of in plays and cartoons. So these nawabs, these were the people who collected the riches from India and they led very flashy lives in Britain. They returned to Great Britain. So they were often known as the upstarts, the people who climbed the stairs to wealth and popularity. So they were social climbers in British society and they were made fun of, they were mocked by cartoonists and playwrights. So, why did Robert Clive committed suicide after the Battle of Plassey, after the winning of East India Company? What was the reason that he committed suicide? He killed himself. So after the defeat of actual native Nawabs in the Battle of Plassey, they were supposed and forced to give large amount of money, land, personal gifts to the company officials. Robert Clive himself, he amassed a fortune in India. He gained a lot of things and profited well. He had come to Madras, which is now known as Chennai, from England in 1743 at the age of 18, at such a young age. When in 1764, he finally left India after being Governor General twice, he had amassed almost 4,01,102 pounds. British Parliament took notice of this wealth and tried him. Of course, there must be something wrong. Nobody can earn such a huge amount in such a short period of time. It was too much. So the British court and the Parliament, they noticed that something is wrong here and they set a trial on him in court. Though he was acquitted, he committed suicide later on in 1774. So, how did Clive see him? Now, after the suicide, how did he see him? So, at his hearing in front of the committee in Parliament, Clive declared that he had shown admirable restraint after the Battle of Plassey. Let's have a look at what he actually said. Consider the situation in which the victory at Plassey had placed me. A great prince was dependent on my pleasure. An opulent city lay at my mercy. Its richest bankers bid against each other for my smiles. I walked through walls which were thrown open to me, piled on either hand with gold and jewels. Mr. Chairman, right now I stand astonished at my moderation. So, after reading the extract, it is clear that Clive was not remorseful. He was not guilty of whatever happened in Bengal about Battle of Plassey. Thousands were killed, trade was destroyed. So, at his hearing, he said that he restrained himself despite all the privileges offered to him after the Battle of Plassey. So, as per him, when the ruler, the rich bankers and traders, they all came to him, providing and giving gold, gifts, metals, jewels, etc., he controlled himself and only moderately used the riches.